What's up, YouTube? I hope y'all are doing well. So this weekend I decided that I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to do some car camping in this truck right here. So if you follow the channel, you know that I do go camping pretty frequently, but typically when I go camping, I bring my trailer that you've seen in a lot of my past videos. This weekend, unfortunately, I do not have my trailer, and so I'm going to do a little bit of camping, but I'm going to do it inside of this truck, which is going to be a little bit interesting. I am completely unprepared for this. I don't have any supplies whatsoever. The only things that I have for sleeping is like a 20-degree sleeping bag and 2 pillows, so it should get the job done. I mean, technically that's all I need. I don't know how comfortable it's going to be, but it's going to be interesting. So like I said, I'm drastically unprepared for this. I don't have any food or water or any of the supplies necessary to make this happen this weekend. So first things first, let's go get some supplies. What is up with this weather? Oh my god. Alright, it's calmed down enough that you can actually hear me when I talk to the camera, but this is ridiculous. I literally started filming probably an hour ago, and as you guys saw, gorgeous day. It was like 75 degrees outside, perfectly sunny, just a couple of clouds. I started driving and then all of a sudden the weather completely changed, torrential downpour, and the weather is horrendous right now. The original plan for today was to go out to a park called Watkins Glen, where there's this really awesome series of waterfalls that I wanted to photograph, but now that it's raining this hard, I don't think I'm going to be able to take any photos there just because I don't want my gear to get soaked. I don't know. I think we still have like 45 minutes of driving to do, so I'm going to keep doing that. Hope that the rain clears up a little bit so that we can get outside, but let's see what happens. That sucks. Typically, I would probably just jump a fence like this, but like 5 minutes before I came down here, I talked to some of the guys that were working here, and so they basically told me that all the trails are closed, and so if I were to jump this fence, it would be impossible to plead ignorance because they had already told me that the trails were closed. So I was about to say that the one redeeming quality of it raining for the past couple of hours is that there's literally nobody here. Usually these trails are just packed full of people, and so it makes taking photos and things like that really, really challenging. And I think that's also the reason why the trails are actually closed, because of the whole social distancing thing that's going on right now. It would be impossible to stay 6 feet away from one another with the trails being so tight. They're all like on the edge of cliffs and things like that, and so damn, that sucks. I'm pissed because the waterfalls here are so nice, and it would have been a perfect opportunity with nobody here to take a couple of photos, but it's all good. There's actually another spot, like another 45 minutes down the road, that I might have to head to right now just so I can get a couple photos in, but let's do it. All right, let's jump in the car and let's get after it. All right, there's this cloud in the valley right now that's just slowly drifting away, and I really want to capture a photo of it before it goes completely away, and I'm running out of time, so I'm trying to set up as fast as possible. It's absolutely pouring on me right now, but I'm risking my camera right now for this shot because I really, really like the way that this looks. All right, camera's getting soaked. Really putting that Canon weather sealing to the test right now. All right, let's get out of here before I wreck my camera. That cannot be good. Oh, I need to dry this thing off so bad. All right, so I took a couple exposures back there, and I think that they came out pretty good. If you saw the clip that I showed right when I first pulled up to the spot, the clouds were really enveloping the entire canyon, or I guess valley right there in front of the waterfall. By the time that I got my camera set up on the tripod, the clouds had kind of drifted off to the right-hand side, so it didn't really give the same effect. The left-hand side of the frame was like completely clear, whereas the right-hand side had a really thick cloud. And so I don't know, I wish I would have been able to set my camera up a little bit faster, but obviously it was just completely contingent on how quick or the time that I got here. And so it's all good, not a big deal. I think the plan right now is actually to come back here potentially tomorrow morning. So I did a little bit of searching on the internet, and there's actually a couple of campsites relatively close to here, like 15-20 minutes away. And so I think I'm gonna drive over there, see what I can find, and then I think the plan is, because it's only like 6 o'clock right now, I'm gonna try to knock out really early, probably like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and then wake up for sunrise at like 5 a.m. I don't really think there's going to be an awesome sunrise, but I'm going to try to get here when there's absolutely nobody else here. It's not supposed to be raining tomorrow morning, but it is supposed to be cloudy, and so I'm going to hope and pray for a little bit of fog, similar to like what we have right now, but just with less rain, because I literally almost just wrecked my camera. That was way too much rain for my camera to handle. I know it has weather sealing in the whole 9 yards, but still, I'm just not willing to risk it for that. So yeah, the plan right now, let's do a little bit of driving, 15-20 minutes, find a campsite, and we got to camp in this back seat. It's a little bit of a mess right now. I just threw all my stuff in here when I came in from the rain, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to sleep back here. It's going to be terribly uncomfortable probably, but let's do it. Okay, so I've made it to camp for the night, and I've set up my makeshift little bed here in the back of my truck, so I'll show you what I got going on back here. I put my sleeping bag down here on the bottom, and it's warm enough outside that I don't think that I'll have to actually get into it, so I'm kind of using it as like a pad, because the bottom of this right here, as you can see, is just like this hard plastic, and so my thinking is this will just kind of keep me off of that and keep me a little bit more comfortable than I would be if I was inside of it and closer to the hard plastic. And then you can see I got some pillows all the way down there, and so that's going to keep my head a little bit elevated off of the hard like side paneling of the doors. And this is only probably like 4.5 feet long this way, and I'm like 5'10", so I'm definitely going to be a little bit scrunched up, like my knees are going to be pulled up, but it should be completely fine. To be honest, I'm not that worried about it. I'm pretty good at sleeping in uncomfortable positions, so I think I'm about to jump in here. Got to try to get some rest, and then the plan is to wake up super early tomorrow for sunrise, even though I know it's not going to be a good sunrise because of the clouds, but I'm going to get up just as the light is coming up, and we're going to go back to Tacoma Falls, which is where we just were, and we're going to get some photos. Let's do it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. Last night was a miserable night of sleep. I probably pulled together like 5 maybe hours of sleep, but I laid in bed for probably like 10 hours trying to sleep. And yeah, that was tough. The back seat, I don't really mind being scrunched up like that at all, but just the plastic back of the seats, because I had the seats folded down, was not comfortable at all. I think if I was to get like a piece of mattress or a piece of foam to lay down there, it would be much better, but I'm going to be completely honest. Don't recommend. Definitely going to be using the trailer next time I go camping, obviously. I mean, it's what I bought it for, but that was tough. So right now I'm headed back to Tacoma Falls, and we're going to see what it looks like. I'm hoping for a little bit of fog, not too much, so we can see the waterfall. right, so as you can see behind me, it is so foggy right now. You can barely see the waterfall, and I really like this. It's super cool, but you can't actually tell what's going on over there. I love these super like atmospheric conditions, and you can see over here everything is super foggy, but it's almost too foggy to the point where I'm not able to even get this shot because you can barely see the waterfall at all. So I think I'm gonna camp it out here for a little bit and see if this clears up a tiny bit, and hopefully I can get a little bit more clearness without too much fog so that you can actually make out the waterfall a little bit better. But this is really cool. By the way, check this hat out. I don't know if any of you watched The Mandalorian on, what is that, on Disney Plus? Super good show, highly recommend, but got this hat. I think that my friend Nick actually gave it to my brother, and then my brother has too big of a head, so it didn't fit him. So Lucas, my brother, gave it to me, so I'm pretty pumped about it. By the way, if you haven't already, go down below and give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out a ton, and I'd appreciate it big time. But the plan right now, we're gonna wait out here a little bit longer, see if this clears up, and hope for a good shot right here. I got my shot framed up. I'm at like 48 millimeters right now. 2.5 second long exposure with a 4-stop ND on the front of the camera, and 2-second timer. You got the shot. So I ended up camping out there for probably another 20 or so minutes, and the fog cleared up a little bit, and it was really a little bit too foggy for my preferences. But I was looking back through my catalog of photos from yesterday while I was looking or while I was taking those photos, and I realized that I actually like the photo from yesterday quite a lot. I was kind of jaded about it yesterday because I saw the way the fog was about 30 seconds before I took that photo when I was really rushed, and I thought it might have been a little bit better if I took it 30 seconds beforehand. But I'm realizing now that actually that photo did come out pretty solid, and I'll show you it right here. And then I took this photo this morning, and it's a completely different photo because of the way the conditions were. It was so foggy, you could barely see the waterfall, but you could see the trees in the foreground on the both sides, and then you could see the waterfall in the background, like really abstract because of all the fog. And I think I really like how that photo came out as well. So I can't complain. Definitely happy with how this trip has come out so far. And to be honest, I said I was going to do the gorge trail, the one that kind of goes up to the bottom of the waterfall, but just observing how much mist is down there right now, I don't think I'm going to do it, because it's basically the equivalent of like a torrential downpour down there, just because of how much mist is coming off of the waterfall right now, because it's been raining for the past 2 days straight. So I don't think I'm going to do that, and I think that I might close out this trip here. As always, guys, thank you a ton for watching. I have a feeling that this video is going to be a little bit longer than usual, but if you watched it all the way to the end, I appreciate you big time. Also, if you haven't already, definitely go down below and hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel out a ton. Thank you, as always, for watching. I upload videos like this every single week, so if you haven't already subscribed, definitely go down below. Do that, and also turn the notifications on, and I'll plan on seeing you in the next one. Peace.